No fancy intro today. We're just gonna jump on right into it. First things first, I want to see if this has ever happened to any of y'all before, okay?
Oh my god! Turn on the camera. Get it up! Oh my gosh! Golly! Where's he at? Golly!
Yeah. Yep.
I said that's a snake.
Did you see me? He was chasing off. Look, I said, oh, there he is. He was from.
Where's he at? Golly, he was big.
I don't know.
Golly!
I pulled a muscle in my neck.
Let's just keep an eye out for him.
Babe, I felt his body on this rod.
I know.
Did you see me? Like, I smacked the crap out of him. And so I was like,
Oh my god.
but those people are be screaming. I'm sorry. That was terrifying. That thing looked mean. He was coming at me.
He wouldn't stop it. Don't know if y'all just saw that, but freaking snake just chased the frog all the way like up to the boat, like that far, and we're hitting the
I had
snake
to fight
over
him
the
off,
side.
y'all. He
Oh
didn't stand a
my
chance.
God.
I could feel the weight of him on my rod. That was a scary moment. My legs were shaking.
It was a
right
big
now.
snake too. I thought snakes were scared of people.
No, he was
Golly.
charging us.
Ugh.
Coming at us.
There was a straight about 30 seconds of fear that happened that day, to the point that I thought we were gonna die, okay? Yeah, yep. So what had happened, we were fishing a stretch of bank. We had some matted grass, and it's raining right now. Don't know if y'all can hear that. We got a pretty good storm brewing up over here. So what had happened, we were working down a stretch of bank. There was a little hole about the size of a old metal coffee can, all right? And as Steph was dragging her frog over that mat, she got to that little hole and she just kind of drug through it, and there was just like a wake there, you know, like something was there. So I encouraged her to make another cast in there. She drug through there, got there, kind of got the frog in there, kind of walked it around a little bit. Guess what? The exact same thing happened. I'm like, man, we'll try again. So she tries again. She makes a really great cast over there. All of a sudden, something like latches onto it kind of, but doesn't get it all the way. She like just kind of reels it in fast, and all of a sudden something just starts chasing it out of there. It's a freaking water moccasin, guys. And I'm talking about a daggone big one. This stupid water moccasin chases this thing all the way back to the boat. My poor wife is just reeling it faster. I mean, she's got like a 5-to-1 gear ratio. She is freaking burning that thing in, guys. And this snake is coming up the side of the boat. At this point, I'm freaking the crap out, guys, because I just don't deal with snakes. We go night fishing a lot during the hot summer months, and we've had them in our freaking boat, and I don't do good. Secondly, my wife and I had an extraordinary day on the water, guys. One of those special days that just don't happen all that time. We boated a 7-pounder that day, and it seemed like every stinking fish we caught that day was over 3 pounds. I mean, really, guys, we really knocked their lights out. And we did it all on a popping frog. It was just one of those days that you just don't have. I mean, when you really sack them up good. Unfortunately, my wife is still mad at me about this. Somehow the footage did not get put on my laptop. I deleted it somehow. But the cool thing is, when we boated that 7-pounder, my wife just all of a sudden wanted to do a Facebook Live. I was like, sure. So here's the footage of the Facebook Live. Thank God my wife wanted to do this thing. That way we have at least some footage of the 7-pounder that I caught.
Great. Look at that thing.
Look at the belly.
Yeah, that sucker right there's a haul, man. daggum frog.
This is why you fish in the rain.
Yeah.
And show them what you're fishing.
Yeah.
If you can get it out.
Yeah. There we go. Right here's just a popping frog. I'm not brand specific, okay? Just anything that's got a really heavy duty hook on it, okay? The water right now is just choppy. We got a lot of wind blowing, so a walking frog really wouldn't be great in these conditions, all right? Because it's not creating a lot of disruption on top of the water. So a walking frog, okay? A little bitty kicking frog like Steph is fishing. We were here like the first 5 minutes and we got a pretty good blow up on that kicking frog, but that walking frog, that cup right there is just really pushing a lot of water out, creating a lot of disruption on top of the water, and that's what that fish ate.
So popping.
Yep.
Popping frog.
Popping frog right there, guys. That's what we're doing.
Unfortunately, this is the only footage that we have from that day. We didn't even take pictures because typically when you have 2 different cameras running on your boat, you're thinking, oh, we don't need pictures because we can just do a still picture out of the actual film that's rolling. And guys, believe me when I say this, guys, it was seriously the best day that I've had on the water in a long time. And especially with my wife being there with me, guys. She just like hardcore got into throwing a bait caster. She's caught a lot of fish on a bait caster, but since she's been throwing one these last few months, there's not been a day where you just go out there and you whack, 15 to 20 fish a piece. And they're all big ones. That day was just a really, really big confidence booster for her because she caught so many fish on a bait caster. I mean, granted, she's caught a lot of fish on a bait caster, but she hasn't got the opportunity to be with me when they're just really, really biting, stuff is really, really going on, and the big ones are just easy to catch. I mean, you could have thrown a freaking hot dog out there and they would have bit it. Man, it is really, really coming down right now. It's raining. So guys, I kind of go into detail during Facebook Live about why we were throwing a popping frog. Truth be told is because there was a lot of chop on the water, okay? And when there's a lot of chop on the water, a walking frog is just not creating enough commotion on top of that water for those fish just to really, really hone in on it. We started out with a little top water frog, a little kicking frog as I call them. These guys right here, the ribbit frog. There you go. Something like that guy right there, okay? And we started out with that and we started getting blow-ups immediately, okay? But the thing is they were not eating it, okay? So that means it's time to slow down, okay? And that right there is when we went to this little frog right here. Making that thing pop on the water like that, creating commotion, but it's staying in the strike zone just a heck of a lot longer than this guy. This guy right here is just zooming on by. Even if you reel it really, really slow, it was still just kind of going on by and it wasn't staying in the strike zone quite long enough. You put this popping frog on, it's creating commotion on top of the water. It's staying in the strike zone a lot longer, and those fish were just tearing it up, man. We were both throwing a freaking popping frog, and we straight up tore them up, guys. And I hate that I didn't get that on film because it was one of Steph's best days ever throwing a frog, and it seemed like every freaking fish that we caught was over 3 pounds that day. As an angler, you don't have very many days like that to where you just catch an abundance of those fish that are in that 3+ class size range, at least not for me. Fortunately, that day we did boat 1 7-pounder, and it seemed like every single fish that we caught after that was 3, 4, and 5 pounds. And my wife was able to do that all on a bait caster. Super proud of her. She's really, really sticking it out there and committing to only throwing a bait caster, and she's doing a fantastic job, guys. So anyways, I hate to bring this type of video to y'all this week where it's just crappy, but this idiot right here did not put footage on his laptop before he erased the SD card. Something like that happened. Not sure what's going on there. But hopefully I'll get it all figured out on my end. I appreciate y'all guys hanging around. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. If y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, okay guys? I appreciate y'all guys, and I will catch y'all later. Be blessed, guys.